Mic check 1 2 1 2. Wow Nation, what's good, man? You know what to do. Roll up. Let's get it.
Time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke. Talk to him. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Come on, Charlie.
What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. HD, man. It's it's good to be here. I'm feeling good, feeling great. We had a interesting episode of Smackdown last night. I'm trying to figure out if it was good or if it was not good. I can't 100% confirm, but it was an interesting show. Some interesting things happened. I'll let y'all know. I guess y'all could judge me based on my blunt ratings and let me know if you agree or disagree. Let me pull this up real quick. What did I do with it? Oh, here we go. Found it. All right, so y'all know how it go. What's going on, William? What's cracking? Yeah, we about to talk about that. That was one of the good things that happened on the show last night. So we're gonna start with promos and backstage segments, like we always do, which is only right because the show started off with basically 10 different superstars basically just saying what they was gonna do tonight or what they was gonna do at WrestleMania. It kind of felt like an AEW style situation where they just go through a bunch of people cutting a bunch of promos back to back. I don't know if they kind of, taking their idea from, the competition when it comes to that, or if they just felt like it was necessary. I'm pretty sure they've done it, this format in the past at some point, but that's how the show started off. And then after that, the next, promo segment was one that I was looking forward to, one that I predicted when all this shit started happening, when when the rumors first start happening about Pat Mcafee and Pat Mcafee and Vince McMahon wrestling at WrestleMania. I was like, clearly there's no way in hell that's happening. He's like 76, 77 years old. So, obviously he's building Austin Theory up to, for this position, as it was pretty evident. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody would have, with a brain thought that Vince McMahon was about to be wrestling at WrestleMania, because no one wants to see that. So Austin Theory came out randomly after they did the whole recap with I can say randomly, but it was definitely planned, because it was after the whole recap with from the Pat McAfee show with Vince McMahon being on there telling him he was gonna have a match at WrestleMania. So Austin Theory came out and said, "Ha ha, you sucker! You thought that Vince McMahon was showing you love, but he played you, boy, because he put you in a match with me." And then he smacked the shit out of Pat McAfee, standing at the announce desk, and McAfee wasn't feeling that, man. He jumped. He was out for a minute. Austin ran off, obviously, but they full steam ahead, baby. Like, I was loving McAfee's reaction to Austin when he first came out, though. Austin was talking shit or whatever. McAfee's just over there like, what's this guy's problem? I don't know. He's mad at me or something? But then after he got smacked and he came to, he was like, what the fuck was that? He blamed Michael Cole for it. He's like, Michael, you knew about this shit, didn't you? You're a bad person. I knew Vince was right. Oh man, so this my favorite segment of the night for sure. Like, I'm a big Pat McAfee fan. I'm a fan of celebrities who involve themselves in the wrestling business and take it seriously. Like, I like Ronda Rousey, even though her wrestling is questionable at the moment. She can fight for real. I ain't taking that away from her, but just her smoothness in the ring we'll talk about that later. But yeah, what Bad Bunny did last year and this year at the Royal, like that dude's super impressive. We already seen McAfee in NXT. I know what this match is about to be. That's why I'm excited for it. You know what I mean? He's playing himself down like, oh, I gotta get in shape. Like, man, we saw you jumping off the top rope and doing backflips and all that crazy shit at NXT. You wrestling Adam Cole and red dudes who are, you know, main eventing shows in the competition right now. You were literally wrestling those dudes a couple years ago. So everybody knows what McAfee can do in the ring if he's healthy. So I think I'm pretty fucking excited. And obviously he's a fucking hell of a promo. He carried that feud. Him and Adam Cole were basically the mouthpieces of that feud going into War Games that year. So I'm looking forward to this. But, you know, obviously Austin Theory fan. I've been calling for Austin Theory to get a push for months and months and months now. So everybody, you know, is making fun of me for it. You know what I mean? But now y'all see that everything's coming to fruition. Austin Theory is on his way to becoming a fucking superstar. And I told y'all within 3 years, he's going to be the WWE champion. Guaranteed. It might be sooner than that. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Then we had Happy Corbin turning into Sad Corbin. He was having a poker game backstage, and he had a bunch of random dudes back there. Obviously, Madcap, Big Cap, Moss was back there, and Corbin was just fucking with him the whole time. And then Drew McIntyre came out to cut a promo with his sword and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill you, Drew McIntyre." Then they cut backstage again, and Corbin is all sad, and Madcap is making fun of him. So it's like I have no interest in this feud, honestly. Like, it's zero, like negative. I have negative interest in this feud. So whatever. Drew, yeah, he had a match after that. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, Roman and the Bloodline came out and talked they shit. I mean, standard action, standard stuff. You know what I mean? I'm gonna beat what I do what I did last year, bro. What I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna make another guarantee. What's the thing you say, Paul Heyman? It's not a spoiler, it's a guarantee. So yeah, I guarantee that I'm gonna beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and walk out with both standard stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was what it was. Usos in the back holding up the ones, blah, 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 getting ready for their match that came up after that. We'll talk about that in a second. And then we had Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville cutting promos on each other. Sami challenged Johnny Knoxville to a match at WrestleMania, and Johnny Knoxville accepted. Now, will that match be for the Intercontinental Championship, which Sami held at that point in the show? We'll talk about that here in a second. But overall, it wasn't a whole lot of promos and backstage. So it was good, you know, as far as being a 2-hour show, get some wrestling in. So I gave promos and backstage segments 4 blunts last night, mainly because of the McAfee and Austin Theory segment. You know what I mean? Obviously, the Bloodline, standard stuff for Roman. He's in rare form, God mode, as he calls it. Sami Zayn and Knoxville, I'm trying to care. Sami is really passionate and good on the mic, so I can. That's just that's entertainment to me. I can't take that seriously. I do want to see how bad Knoxville is gonna like hurt himself, or I don't know, because I don't watch those jackass movies. I don't like watching people get kicked or do things to their balls on purpose. You know what I mean? Hurt themselves on purpose and just like I get it. It's funny if you're 5, but I'm 40, so you see dudes with gray hair like hurting themselves and shit on purpose for everybody's entertainment. Like, okay, I mean, if that's people like it. Not my bag of tea. So I can't really find that much interest in this match. But you know, the Happy Corbin, it wasn't a whole lot, but the stuff that was good was good, was really good. You know what I mean? As far as McAfee and Austin and Bloodline stuff. So I gave him 4 blunts for the night. Now let's get into matches so we could talk about your new Intercontinental Champion, Ricochet. Let's go. Let's go, Rico. Yo, I'm so happy for my boy, dog. I was so boosted, man. Like, I kind of saw this coming. I did when they put Ricochet in this match against Sammy. I kind of saw this coming because they've been building the Sammy. They're not gonna have that match for the IC title, so this makes perfect sense that they did it like this. Fuck, man, I was so boosted. And the new finisher, it's like a reverse Hurricane Rana. Looked like some Rey Mysterio shit. I can't even say it. Look, Ricochet could fucking do anything. Looked like some Ricochet shit. But yeah, it's like a reverse Hurricane Rana. Like, I don't know what the fuck it was. It looks sweet, though. They said it was a new move. I feel like I might have seen somebody do it before, but I don't know. It's confusing seeing those moves done because there's so many similar moves. Canadian Destroyer and all these different moves that kind of look similar. It's just neck and head stuff. You know what I mean? It's always scary, but it was a sweet finisher. Yeah, and Sammy held the belt for like a week. So that's that. But it makes sense. They've obviously been building Sammy a story. He doesn't need the belt for that story. Yeah. So, and he can continue the conspiracy, the whole conspiracy thing. With losing the title so fast. So it all worked out. Naomi beat Carmella in like 3 minutes because Carmella was messing with her mask, and I just fucking hate this shit. Like, I hate it all. I hate that. I'd rather Naomi and Sasha be feuding. Like, imagine how fire of a match that would be. It would be tough for Naomi because Sasha would have to play the heel. It would be fire if Naomi turned heel on Sasha, because if Sasha's the heel and Naomi's the babyface, niggas just gonna cheer Sasha, and it's probably just, you know what I mean? It's like a lot of people gonna cheer Sasha. It just is what it is. So it'd probably be smart. Like, if you're gonna have Naomi turn heel, have her turn heel on Sasha. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, damn, she turned heel on the boss. And then you can have those two motherfuckers cutting promos at each other, talking shit. You know what I mean? Doing the whole sassy, annoying, loud, obnoxious black woman voices. Nuh-uh, girl, you ain't gonna the shit that Bianca Belair be doing this shit. Like, they can cut promos on each other, do all that shit. So I think that might be the move. But them being a tag team, I don't care. It's just like they were thrown together for no reason. There's no story behind it. Like, it's not like somebody came out to make a save for somebody. It's like Naomi just came out the fucking commentary and it's like, hey, we're tag teams now. It's like, all right, okay. It's before Mania. It's like right before Mania. There's probably should be some other tag teams ahead of you, but there's no other tag teams. None on the men or the women's side. It's fucking pathetic. AEW got like 400 tag teams. And oh my God, AEW ain't even got women's tag team championships. And I feel like they have more women's tag teams than WWE. That shit is crazy. But I don't even know why I talked about this match for that long. It's crazy. But Drew beat Jinder Mahal. I don't give a fuck. Like, didn't we see this match at SummerSlam like last year? Like, and I didn't care about it then. Why would I care about it now? And it's not even for anything. Oh, Drew's about to lose. Come on, man. Of course, Drew McIntyre won with a Claymore. And this was a down moment in the show because I wasn't expecting this. I actually thought that this might be a crazy night of just title changes and it was going to be wild because the Usos and the Viking Raiders went up against each other's necks. They tried to kill each other for real. It was pretty physical match. Usos took a crazy bump on the outside. I think it was Jay took a crazy bump on the outside. Viking Raiders, I think they hit their finisher at one point, but didn't get the 3 count. And the Usos actually won with the 1D. I almost said 3D. 1D. 3MB will be back by SummerSlam. Please, Lord, no. That is not something anyone is asking for or needs. But yeah, man, they hit the 1D and the Usos got the 3 count. I was like, wait a minute. So what's the point of the Viking Raiders? Why are they here? Why wasn't somebody else getting that title opportunity? They've been doing shit but losing. Why did they get chances? They either been getting losing or getting jumped or like it just hasn't been working out. It's over. Back of the line. It's over. Oh my God. I definitely thought they was winning tonight. Like, you can't redo this. You could do it again at WrestleMania, I guess. But why? Like, Why? I just don't understand. It just didn't make any sense to me. But hey, I'm just a guy giving my opinion on the show. Then we had Jesus Christ, what's happening? Who said Gruss said SmackDown was 5 blunts. Gruss has smoked 5 blunts already. I'm only on number 2, and it was like 2 1/4 because I smoked the last little bit of the joint I fell asleep with last night, and then it's my actual second one. But anyways, you smoke 5 blunts of some K2 or something if you sit up here saying SmackDown was a 5 blunt show. I think I've overrated it now that I'm talking about. I think my blunt rating might be a little too high. Because after that, we had Big E going up against Sheamus. Hey, remember Big E? Remember he was contended for the title? I know, me neither. It was so far long ago. And then he won the title. And remember who his first feud was when he won the title? Anybody remember? One thing looks just like the other thing. It's like I'm stuck in the Matrix and I keep seeing the black cat and I can't take it anymore. It's like, stop giving me the same shit over and over. Is there nothing? You fired so many good feuds. Oh my God. Like, I'd rather see The Fiend and Big E in a comedy fucking feud. Like, just let the... I don't know, man. I just saw this feud damn near tanked. This is the feud that tanked Big E's fucking title run because nobody could take it seriously. Like, oh, they just gonna throw him in a feud with Sheamus. You know what I mean? Perennial mid-carder for the last decade. You know what I mean? Ever since Daniel Bryan, his feud with Daniel Bryan, it's like Sheamus just been U.S. title, Intercontinental titles. Like, he's not been a title contender like he was his first few years in WWE. So, yeah, it's just whatever. Yeah, so Big E ended up winning. I'm sorry, Big E didn't. I don't even know why I said that. The match didn't even happen because Big E and Kofi came out of the fucking 4-wheeler again because they're Stone Cold Steve Austin now, I guess. And yeah, and what's his name? The guy hanging with Sheamus, Ridge Holland, smacked Kofi in the back with the chair because I guess he didn't like him riding the 4-wheeler around. So he just smacked him in the back with the chair, and then he started beating the fucking the 4-wheeler with the chair like it was gonna fill it. And then they drove off on the 4-wheeler, and then they cut backstage. They were just beating it some more, and I'm like, the New Day, they haven't got back there yet. They ain't gonna go get their 4-wheeler. This shit was stupid. And it's just like, is this a WrestleMania match? Can they just do a fatal 4-way tag team match or something? Because I don't need to see separate tag team matches of these teams because none of these stories matter at all. I know they got to fill 2 nights, but Lord, please, just give us 3 hours a night. We don't need 8 hours, 9, 10 hours of wrestling. We'll need 4 or 5 hours each night. That's just not, because some of these stories are just like, is WrestleMania coming up? You sure it ain't Backlash? Or something like that? Survivor Series or some shit? But anyways, then we had Ronda Rousey come out and beat Sonya Deville as everybody expected. Charlotte was on commentary. She tried to interfere. She was annoying, and it didn't matter. Ronda just kind of brushed her off and beat the shit out of Sonya and put her in an arm bar. And then Charlotte ran in and tried to do something, and she got put in the ankle lock because no one's ever tapped Charlotte out. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun, dun. I'ma just sing her theme song, you know what I mean? Because I feel like they just disrespected her on national TV. I ain't even gotta say her name. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what? All right. Distinctly remember that not being the case. So no one's ever tapped her out. And then what they say, and Charlotte was in, she only got the arm bar. So she put her in the ankle lock. So now she has another submission. Didn't even look like a good ankle lock. Like, I was like, ankle lock isn't, I don't know. It's like, I think Ken Shamrock retired the ankle lock. He had the best ankle lock Kurt Angle's ankle lock was great. Obviously, that was his finishing move, legendary finishing move. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, top 5 in my book, Dead or Alive. But yeah, those two, like it was there with those two. I don't feel like nobody else executed. You barely look like you twisted somebody. You look like you trying to just stretch their leg and shit. You know what I mean? But whatever. She won, and then put Charlotte in the ankle lock, and that's how the show went off. So. The matches were what the fuck ever, man. I honestly didn't care about any of the matches outside of Ricochet winning the title. I was disappointed that the Viking Raiders didn't win just because I feel like that's the story that they were trying to tell. It's like the Usos just winning so Roman don't look bad. So why keep putting the same team in there as cannon fodder just to get beat? It's like bring some jobbers in or something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I gave matches 3.5. I feel like I was being nice. I feel like I'm being nice about this whole show because I am excited for WrestleMania. But yeah, this ain't doing it. I think there's another company that did a way better fucking build. People bleeding and turning on each other, and there's like real life pictures being shown on the shows, and it just feels so much more real. Like that CM Punk MJF feud feels even more real than the Jey Uso Roman feud because it just does. It's like that story was intense, but it's just like really the whole family's gonna turn on Jey because he don't want. Like, nigga, yeah, what kind of weird family I? It's like it's believable, but it's not believable. This shit that's going on is all the way believable, and the way anyways, I ain't gonna talk about Dynamite. That shit was fucking awesome though. Y'all saw it. But yeah, I gave matches 3.5 blunts. And speaking of storytelling on a wrestling show, let's get into storytelling because obviously I had a little issue with a lot of the things that went on. I didn't mention though that the Usos beat up Nakamura and Bugs for no fucking reason. They was coming out, I guess, to have a match. I don't know again too because they never made it out because the Usos just ran out and beat the shit out of them because Roman wanted to do a promo. That's what Roman came out, cut his promo. It wasn't because they had a problem. It was like, nah, this my show, bitch. I'm gonna do a promo when I want to do a promo. So I want to do a promo now. Fuck it. So he just had the Usos beat them up and get them up out of there. And the four of them went to the ring and cut their promo. I thought that was weird. Obviously, the story with Pat McAfee and Austin Theory, not a big fan of how we got here. Obviously, Vince McMahon being the creepy old guy from Family Guy and Austin Theory being Chris was uncomfortable at moments and weird at moments and both at moments. But I am happy that this match is happening. McAfee being involved with Austin Theory, these guys both being good on the microphone and in the ring is gonna, it's gonna be sweet, man. Next 4 weeks is gonna be fun hearing them talk shit to each other. A lot of the rest of the storytelling, like the Ronda Rousey and Charlotte thing, she just won. She's a one-trick pony. She can only, it's not fucking good storytelling going into WrestleMania, man. It's like them bitches was kicking car windows out 3 years ago, whenever it was. Like, it was, you know what I mean? Her, Becky, and Ronda was, like, literally tearing the backstage apart and attacking each other all the time. Like, this shit is weak. I'm sorry. This is a weak-ass build. It should have been Ronda and Becky. Because Becky is gonna talk that, but see, Becky's so good on the mic, she would run down Ronda. Like, it would not be fair. You know what I mean? And you can't have Becky holding herself back, you know what I mean, to try to make Ronda look better, because Ronda sucks on the mic. Let's just call it what it is. She sucks on the microphone. Like, I mean, she's above average in the ring. And she sucks on the microphone, you know what I mean? But that don't mean she ain't gonna have a good match, you know what I mean? So we'll see. But yeah, and the women's tag division shambles. The men's tag division shambles. You know what I mean? I gave storytelling 3.25. Yeah, Jinder and Drew and Madcap and I don't care about none of that shit. This fucking WrestleMania season, what the fuck? Some of this shit is bad, man. I'm sorry. Like, it's like bad. Like, they need to hurry. Like, next week better be like, all right, we ramping it up. You know what I mean? I better hear some glass break or something. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? It's like something. Shit. Give me some fucking, with the fucking Undertaker bells hitting and, you know what I mean? Coming back to go to the Hall of Fame. Shit. I'm gonna do a cinematic match or something. Give me something, man. Because some of these stories in these matches they setting up are just like, no, thank you. Don't care. So, yeah, it is what it is. So storytelling, I gave it 3.25 blunts. Guys, let me know if you agree or not. Commentary, stop playing with me, man. You know what I mean? Pat McAfee is my favorite commentator in professional wrestling. I think it's 1A and 1B with him and Tony Schiavone. I think they're the two best. Corey Graves can be up. Corey Graves is obviously right up there as far as his skill set and his wittiness, and he's funny, picking on Byron and stuff like that. Corey Graves is really good, but the energy Pat McAfee brings to SmackDown is unmatched. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing it because he does it like he's doing his podcast. You know what I mean? Except for he doesn't like say fuck and shit every 5 seconds. Like, I wish he could. You know what I mean? If he's on AEW commentary table, he probably could. He could because they do it. Hear Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross cuss it up a storm and shit. Like, they don't give a fuck. So, yeah, McAfee is awesome, man. I'm a huge fan of that dude. The format of his podcast, everything that he does. Big fan of the guy. So, and I know what he could do in the ring. So I'm excited about that. So that story I'm cool with. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot, man. Or I mean, as far as the commentary, I'm talking about commentary. I went back to storytelling. Yeah, but commentary, 5 blunts just because McAfee got involved. And yeah, how often does commentary get involved in a fucking wrestling match or a feud like this where it's going to be like 2 actual good wrestlers? I'm waiting for Corey Graves to come back. Apparently, he got cleared a while ago to like try to wrestle. So hopefully, could be doing the same thing with Corey Graves. Did you hear Pat McAfee take a shot at Corey Graves on the show last night? I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one that heard that. He said something about that other commentary guy on that other show who thinks he's something. Like, he took a blatant shot at Corey Graves directly. So I feel like I sound like my feelings. I feel like they're going to have a match at some point. Like, you tell me that's not a WrestleMania match for next year? Corey Graves versus Pat McAfee. Like, who's the better commentator? Who's the better wrestling commentator? Come on, man. Come on, man. Corey Graves got a fucking TV show now with Carmella that I guess they fucking on TV. It's soft porn or some shit. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. But so it's right there. It's literally right there. If Corey is actually cleared, that's such an easy story to tell. It's so easy. Like, who books these shows? Like, they have to be setting it up. There's no way McAfee is just talking shit about Corey Graves. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I've never heard anybody even mention this or idea, but I noticed that last night. And I think everybody was so wrapped up in the Austin Theory thing that they didn't pay attention to it. But I heard him take that shot at Corey Graves. I was kind of like, damn, wasn't really necessary. And I ain't really even thinking about it till right now. Like, oh, shit. They might actually be setting that up. What I was just saying. You know what I mean? When I was saying it, it just clicked in my head like, oh, shit, he actually said something about him last night. When he's talking shit about Austin after Austin Smackdown or whatever. So they could be setting it up for later down the road. Corey be like, haha, you got beat by Austin Theory. Because I honestly don't think Austin Theory could lose this match. He's going to beat Pat McAfee. I mean, predictions in 4 weeks, I guess. But he can't lose to Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee's going to have a hell of a showing. And unless Michael Cole interferes and helps him or some shit, Austin Theory got to win that feud. It'll be bad. Kid turn him into the big show instead of losing to celebrities on the biggest stage. Unless McAfee's going to become a full-time wrestler and not a commentator, it doesn't make any sense, just in my opinion. So I think Corey could be like, you lost to Austin Theory, blah, 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 blah. And it's just so many ways you could spark that feud. I have to see that now. I've booked it in my head. I have to see it. I have to. Corey Graves versus fucking Pat McAfee, WrestleMania next year. Let's go. So yeah, commentary, 5 blunts. I think that's the longest I've ever talked about commentary. And the crowd was pretty fire last night. The crowd was hot at moments, and then there was moments where they just didn't care. And I, for one, don't blame them. Because the crowd that was there probably watched the same match about 17, a couple of those matches about 17 times. So it was like, hey, this again. Cool. I'm going to go with some popcorn. So the final blunt rating for the show is a 3.95, almost 4 blunts, almost 4 full blunts, basically 4 full blunts. But that is still a silver show. Just 1.05 off from that gold blunt, man. So Grush, you wasn't all the way off, man. It wasn't a horrible show last night. There was stuff that was really good. Ricochet winning the title was amazing. Definitely happy for him. And that's good storytelling. And Johnny Knoxville should not be fighting for the IC title at WrestleMania. Terrible, terrible idea. If you want to get people to not take you seriously, then do that. So I'm glad they fixed that. And gives Ricochet a meaningful match at WrestleMania. I wonder who he's going to fight. I'm super interested in who he's going to fight. Who is it? Drew Gulak? I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. Who's it going to be? I don't know. I have no idea who is going to be. Could be anybody. I think that, who could Ricochet fight? Obviously, it's got to be a super heel. Not gonna be Ridge Holland or Sheamus, even though he broke Ridge's nose. That's done, I think. I don't know. Damn, who were hit? The Miz? No, what? No, The Miz is facing Mysterios. Damn, who's there? Damian Priest? No, no. But AJ Styles is yeah. So maybe Damian Priest wants the IC title because he ain't got the title. You know what I mean? But ain't he fighting AJ on Monday? He's not going to win. But, yeah, he's on a different brand. So I don't see how that's going to work either. Sorry. Who's on Smack? Hill's on Smack. Apollo Crews. Yes. That's what I want. I want Ricochet versus Apollo Crews. What the fuck is Apollo Crews doing? He's doing nothing. He's literally doing, last time I seen Apollo Crews, he was at somebody's party and then bailed on them when they got their ass whooped. I forgot who it was. Somebody was having a party. Oh, Matt Riddle was having a party and had a bunch of Hills there. And they did what Hills do and bounced on his ass when he got it beat up by Alpha Academy. So, yeah, get Apollo Crews over there on Smack. Somebody, man, somebody. I know they're on different brands. I don't care. Just give them a good match, a good feud that I haven't seen already. You know what I mean? It's like, man, Ricochet versus Apollo would be fire. Because it's like they the same size, kind of, as far as height. But one is like, and they could still do all the big man, little man spots because Apollo could lift a truck, clearly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that would be a fire match. I'd have booked some fire-ass matches for WrestleMania, man. God damn. This year, you know what I mean? Next year, if Pat McAfee and Corey Graves doesn't happen within the next 2 years, I don't know what's happening with the world. You know what I mean? Maybe the world blew up because we had World War III and everything just blew up and it was not a possibility, you know what I mean, for it to happen. But other than that, that match has to happen. It makes no sense for it not to if Corey Graves was healthy, which he eventually can be. I mean, Daniel Bryan, Edge, Paige try and come back. Next stuff happens and people come back. Head stuff happens, people come back. And Corey's been gone for a long, long time. So I'm rooting for that to happen. I'm tired of talking about it now. I know y'all sick of me saying that, but yeah, I just booked it in my head, and it's just like, damn, that match will be fire for Corey Graves' first match back. Oh yeah, bitch, you think it's funny that I love? How about you get your ass off the commentary table and fight? Oh, it's just be crazy. Oh man, it'd be crazy. It would be so crazy. Oh, the doctor said I wasn't healthy, man. You lucky I ain't. Nah, man, it's bullshit. You just scared. They ain't got to let us know that he's cleared officially. They could just make it part of the story. You know what I mean? Nah, man, the doctor said I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So you're a scared little bitch. I knew you ain't want no problems. You know what I mean? Over here talking shit. If you ain't about to do it, sit over there and make your little fucking jokes and pick on Byron because you don't want no problems with me, motherfucker. Like, it's all right there. It's right there. Vince, whoever's in the writing room, listen to me. Do this now. Set it up. Not this year. Too soon. He already got a match. Next year, because it's part of the story for next year. This match this year. Just do it. Don't fuck this up. If you don't do it, You're fucking. I don't want to use the R word, but you're stupid. It's no better. But that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. It was fun as always, man. Smackdown blunt ratings. I think we're gonna go back to podcast format here in a second because there's so much wrestling I want to talk about, and doing these 30-minute streams is just not fun. I mean, no, it's fun. Take that back. I would rather be streaming for 90 minutes or 2 hours if I'm gonna do a live stream or something like that. This is like video length. I mean, if you're doing uploads, I want to do go back to doing the long podcast format that we used to do. So we'll probably open the show with the blunt ratings and then switch over to the podcast with all the guys on the show. Because I miss doing the show with all the guys. I know you guys miss it too, with all the interaction between us. That's how it started. And we're going to get back to it now that I'm a lot more organized now. So much more organized. Oh my God. My brain feels uncluttered right now. So I'm feeling great. Looking forward to ramping up things here at the channel as far as the organization and getting back together with the guys so we can, bang these joints out. We're going to be back tonight, though, doing a second stream because predictions, obviously, Revolution is tomorrow. Massive pay-per-view, card loaded. Match is going to be insane. Like CM Punk versus MJF Part 3. Man, I'm really, really looking forward to this match. I don't even know how Man, how could you not be after the last month and a half, 2 months of promos? Like, these dudes have cut legendary promos. They have turned this into an all-time great feud. You know what I mean? In 2-3 months, all-time great feud. You know what I mean? Matches, fire. Promos, Johnny fucking Fuego. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you expect? It's MJF. He's probably the best promo in the game for the last couple, whatever, you know what I mean? And CM Punk is one of the greatest on the mic. He is the pipe bomb. Like, we know what it is. So they're giving us what we expected from him, and it's nice not to be disappointed. You know what I mean? So that's awesome. Shout out to CM Punk and MJF. Revolution is going to be crazy. We'll be back around 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight to do our predictions because got to get everybody's schedule all over the place, including mine. I got to get up out of here, go run some errands myself. So we'll see you guys later on tonight for the predictions. You can let us know who you want to win at Revolution in the comments in the chat during the show later tonight. So make sure you guys show up. If you're watching this right now, like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all of that good stuff we need for you to do because it spreads the word about the channel and we're trying to grow this channel, man. So please, if you watch it, like the video and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And stay tuned for predictions tonight, man. See you guys later. Deuces.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to know when we go live next. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WrestlingOnWe, and thanks for watching.